Here we go. All right. Let's open up YouTube events. Let's go ahead and get the URL for the chat. Because that's always different. Now then, who's in the chat with me right now? Who has never left? Who's never left? That chat, man. Nobody. Nobody's in the stream with me. No, that's not good. We need to get more viewers. We need to get more stalkers. Okay. Okay. All's well that ends well. I'm gonna take a look at this thing. Oh, man. Okay. So now that I have this stuff figured out, let me actually open up the window even more. All the way. Here we go. Beautiful. Let's get that fresh air in. Alright, looks like somebody's already dropped into the stream. Think, maybe. Yep. More subscribers incoming. 3, 2, 1. Error, driver crashed. Yep. Okay, so, and somebody's on Twitch stream too. Okay, I gotta quickly pull up my stuff. Don't run Steam, please. No resources for that shit. My second monitor died. So, yay. That's always fun. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it's just a power board, which if I'm lucky I can buy one for $50, but gotta have the $50 in the first place. So, let's quickly launch Game Maker Studio 2. Jeez. All this running up and down, man. All this running up and down. Just taking it out of me. Excuse me. I'm gonna use my old t-shirt to get rid of the sweats. I'm too fat. It's the programmer's plague. Also a fat man's plague and a lazy ass plague. Come on. Launch Game Maker Studio 2. Oh man. I bought this thing off of AliExpress. $20. Well, 26 really. Free shipping. It's a tiny touchscreen monitor. This thing is fun. Comes with a little HDMI dongle. It's like a little tiny thing specifically made for Raspberry Pis. And there we go. This tiny little sucker. Right? Even comes with a touch pen. Really cool. So this stuff kind of, can be used with Arduinos and Raspberry Pis and whatnot. Let's see. It does have a USB in, and I'm assuming that is actually for power. So let me plug in this thing. Nice. Tiny little thing. So has HDMI in. Has a power thing. In fact, I think it's running the exact same chip as the monitor that's down here below, which is only about only 3 times as big as this thing. But I bought this thing, $25, so that I could have an external monitor for my Canon camera. So while GameMaker is still deciding on whether or not it would like to start up, let me just test something out. So basically my Canon EOS M that I want to use to shoot some videos, it does not have a flippable screen, so if you're using like it to shoot some videos of yourself, it's not good. You can't see yourself. So let me just quickly... Oh, GameMaker's launching. It's launching, alright. I know I have a micro HDMI cable here somewhere. And I know that there's also one coming in the mail. Oh yeah. It's definitely down here. Oh. Fuck it. I'll test it some other time. Just wanted to kill some time before the studio was launching up. Okay, so for the sake of finding out whether or not that bullshit was essentially caused by the driver, let's just bluntly open up the project. And let me quickly pull up the stream chat so I could actually see what people are typing. Oh. The live stream be disconnecting, man. Ah, man. Okay, here we go. I need to make like bookmarks for like Twitch chat and YouTube chat. The problem is that if I can do this with YouTube chat, then fine. I can't do it with if I can do it with Twitch chat, then fine. It's always the same channel. I can't do it with YouTube chat because the URL is always different. So that sucks. I have to open the Twitch chat, then pop out the chat, then do all of that stuff, and the prep time is just skyrocketing. Let's see, what can I do? Can I actually... Shut up. Okay, so let's see. If I copy that URL, can I... Okay, good news. I can actually bookmark the Twitch the Twitch chat thing. Live stream stuff, and that's kind of neat. Chats. Yeah, the YouTube not so much, but oh well. Okay, here we go. Plus, 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 because I'm blind. Dude, have you ever opened Task Manager? Windows 7 should be all done by now. I got Windows 7 on a single core Celeron and that boots faster than yours. Yes, I have opened Task Manager. I have a lot of programs that are installed. I have a lot of programs like Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and all of them have a fucking updater that runs in the background. All of them have a service pack that runs in the background. You can't fucking disable it. You can't go into msconfig and fucking disable it on boot. Alright, this shit will always run. There's redundancies that do this for you, alright? I know. You know, the best thing I can do at this point is get an SSD, because I'm running a low RPM hard drive. A mechanical hard drive. And I'm running a 2008 Core 2 Quad processor, so yeah. I know my rig. I have 2 of them. Anyways. What the fuck? Okay, so testing out the stuff. Let's see if the graphics card fails now. After the update. If it does, I'll just use the function that Nocturne posted about for disabling the stuff. Linear color interpolation for sprites. Per sprite basis. Bruh, this guy says. No, I don't want to see. I honestly don't care. I just want to get this stuff done. Okay. Crash? Yes. By the looks of it. Yep. So that was a whole lot of nothing. At least I updated my graphics driver. Yeah, fuck. Yes. Just close the program. Just do it. Just do it. Here we go. Is he gonna do a second seizure? Right. Don't need this. Guess not. Fucking annoying. What about running it on your CPU? I don't have... This is an Intel Core 2 Quad. There is no embedded graphics. I can only run external or not run at all. Unless my motherboard has some sort of a embedded graphics solution, but I don't know. That's bad. That's unnecessary in this age. I mean, unless you're some lady making like Excel spreadsheets, you know, why do I need embedded graphics card? It's the money that I could have gotten somewhere else. But then again, I'm talking about an 8-year-old processor, right? 8-year-old processor. Right? I can buy this processor for $20 on eBay. Anyway, so instead of doing this now, there is a function that Nocturne said I could try for disabling linear interpolation without doing this stuff. Funny thing is, I have this function right at the beginning of the game, and it works just fine. It's not a pissing match of who has an older GPU, goddammit. CPU, I'm sorry. Okay, where's Nocturne's response? Oh, for God's sakes. Come on. Here we go. So GPU set texture filter to false. And then I'll do set it to true. Let's see. Hold on. Before I do that, Let's make sure the create event doesn't still have the bullshit in it. Nope. Let me just kind of get rid of that shit. Oh, man. Alright, back on the rails. I have 8 gigabytes of DDR2 RAM. Man, you can find RAM for, like, pretty cheap on eBay, but they're, like, from Chinese vendors. So, they are basically... They've been hogging all the DDR2 stuff, and now they're selling it for nothing. Okay, so we didn't crash, so that's okay. The question is that object still in the thing, though? Because if it's not, then this is redundant. Is it still in there? Oh shit, it is. Oh shit, and it works! Nice! Okay, so that means I can probably actually use it with the stuff. So let me undo this. I'm going to still run the parallax code. Layer get. Can you get a type of a layer that you're running? Actually, that's redundant. I don't need that. Dude, I don't care how powerful a NVIDIA something is. Alright? If your optimization process requires doing a prostate exam on your own machine, I'm not, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Besides, I found my solution already, so, you know. It's basically you just going like, you think you have it bad? Back in my day, we played with sticks. Bah! My hernia! Whatever, man. I'm just glad I got this bullshit figured out. Okay, so. Where is this thing? I can run the original... No, you'd sound like this. I can run the original Slender, the 8 pages, at 2 to 3 frames per second. Bah! Calm down, man. Calm down. Here we go. False. And then... true. So now, I don't have to use objects. I can just use my... I can just use my thing. So, disable this. Come on. Master. What was your solution about paths and the outline? I kind of want to just look into that. Maybe it would actually even allow me to cut down on the amount of light objects that I have in the rooms. Depending on how... Oh no, wait. You wanted to have a path solution so that it would create the light objects around the perimeter. That actually doesn't work for me. Never mind. Never mind. That was something else. Begin, end. Begin, end. Oh yeah, and I gotta do... delete this. Delete layer. Parallax. What is this? This is a tile layer, yeah? Yes. Excuse me. I need to do this. Para 2. So tell me about your day. What's with the stress? Take a load off. We're not here to judge. Para 2. What has the great Jenko have to stress about? Okay. No prototype equals wasted day. Well, are you like selling these prototypes? Are you are you even working on some sort of a game, or are you just making prototypes for the sake of making prototypes? Because in my case, if I don't actually get any progress done on game development, that for me is a wasted day. Like, you have no idea. I have these days, like, I put all of my time into game development, or music, or anything like that. But sometimes it just, I get burned out, and I really need to play some games. So, I play games for recreation, but at the same time, I'm stressed out because all the time that I've spent playing games, I could have spent, you know, making a level. Okay, this is really cool. This I actually like. So it's not just a generic thing, is it? Nice. That's really cool. The giant colossal background. This is what I'm looking for out of these ambient levels. I mean, hell, maybe I can actually disable... If I can disable linear interpolation for all 3 layers, then I can have those dark outlines, can't I? Showing myself I'm capable of doing a unique idea. Making prototypes to learn. Right, so you're not actually working on any games, are you? Because damn, man, I mean, you have so much... you taught me so much stuff, right? So many things that I used to find confusing have become clear. So, I mean... You'd make an amazing game. And hell, if you pick a game, you'll be busy every day. Right? Busy every day, you know, make a commitment. Which you said, wait. I'm working on the Unity physics game, which you said you yeah, oh, yeah, fuck, that's right. Sorry, I totally forgot about it. Wait, was that in Unity? I thought that was in Game Maker. I'm like, damn, man. I legit thought it was in Game Maker. I did not know that was in Unity. And I'll try your game at some point when, you know, I literally have nothing else to do. Not to say that I'm never gonna have nothing else to do. I mean, like, maybe at the end of the day when I'm, like, getting... You know, if I finished most of the stuff and getting committed to doing another thing on the to-do list is probably not gonna be a smart idea. This, I'd like to get rid of. I see. Blender modes yet, Blender models yet to make work for Unity. Got it. Man, this thing is colossal. In fact, I could probably program something in to, like, add the shadow from this stuff onto this thing. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so... Did I say I'd give it a try after the stream? Maybe I did, but, you know. Things got in the way, I forgot. I'll try your game at some point. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying, give me a moment. A very long moment. Okay, so let me try this out. So I'm gonna need parallax 1, 2, and 3. Basically, all of these things need to be here. So, and I don't want to play your game just because you know, want me to play a game. I want to play a game when I feel like I can actually assess it and I'm in the mood. Because right now, I'm in the mood of just figuring this shit out and actually making some progress today. The Blender models. Anyways, let's get this shit done. You'll need all of the CPU. Well, that doesn't sound like the Jenko that I know. The Jenko would make his game compatible with potatoes. Okay, so what's going on with the tile layers right now? Okay, well, they are shaky, so that's not good. I can only work with try simulating 1,000 3D objects. Oh gee, physics-based game. Ah man. Okay, I'm gonna need to make like a dummy file and run the thing in the creation code instead of creation events. So I'm gonna do this in obj parallax layer script apply. So instead of running this here, this is gonna actually have to take place on a per level thing. So in the whatever event blocks, no, it's just player and hazards. I'm gonna drop this thing here, and I'm gonna add this thing there. This is very specific to that one single layer. It's also 4:30 already. Okay, please tell me that it's working. Yeah, it's working. All right. Those cables, man. Oh, save. Nice. There's that giant background. Here we go. Okay. What I need to make now, and this is something from the to-do list, I need to make an object. Let me actually try to unplug and replug my monitor, the one that's dead. Maybe it's gonna do something for me. I'm starting to miss the second monitor pretty damn badly right about now. Okay, unplug. Interestingly enough, GameMaker or Windows has not yet picked up on the fact that I no longer have 3 monitors. So that's always fun. Okay. Another display not detected. And now, you know what? Go ahead and plug this stuff right back in. Who knows? Okay, the monitor's on. So maybe it was just a signal. Which is actually less concerning, or more concerning than if the monitor was dead. Because this monitor is $15. My new graphics card is much more than that. And detect. Okay. We have device plugged in sound. Yeah, it's dead. It's dead, alright. Oh well, okay. We'll improvise, adapt, and whatever. Plug the same monitor into HDMI and VGA will make my laptop have 2 external monitors. So what happens if you plug in two different monitors into the HDMI and VGA? Is your laptop still gonna treat them as 2 separate monitors? Also, that behavior is not at all uncommon, so, you know. Also, it's not really helpful when it's the same monitor plugged in. Okay. So, now that this is working, I need to figure out a way of transporting the... If I use one monitor, you'll have an invisible screen. Ah, boy. Okay, so... either I can have a UI that's kind of an arrow that sticks around there. Okay, I got it. I got it. So what I'm gonna do, I will create a level transition. The player will be able to go off the screen. So, and as long as it collides with the end level screen, it's not going to kill the player. So, that is my solution. Also, I'm going to have to go back to using... to setting which level goes into which level from each level instead of using a map script, because it's not a linear game anymore. You can either go here, or you could be able to go like down here, and there's a little path here, you can go there and, you know, discover a secret level, stuff like that. So gotta improvise. Okay, where are my utility things? So this will be 28. Just gonna quickly open this up. Can I change the color? Blur, grayscale. Okay, so there's, I think there was a color replace tool. There was a tool that could actually do this properly. I think I'm actually using it right now. There we go. Yeah, okay. So that's basically what I was looking for. Let's go with like a salad-y thing. Yeah, the image editor is still kind of wonky here, so again, why I prefer to use Photoshop over this. It is getting there. Like, the animation stuff that they're putting in is getting kind of interesting. So definitely something to look forward to. Also, EA Falso. If also. I'm not sure if those were supposed to be functions in your username. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for dropping by. I'm not sure how long you've been kind of stalking him though, so you know, without leaving a comment, I'm not too sure. Anyways, let's make this object and I'll cross it off my to-do list. Objects. So player tools. Right. Usables and objects. So I'll probably just put it in here. OBJ level transfer ambient. Yes. Yes. Plug this thing in here. So first of all, ambient master kit. Okay. First of all, object player. We'll leave this here. I'll also need elevator opening, not a sprite. Man, that elevator animation using paths. Oh man, so good. Opening. Here we go. So I just need to basically copy this and do that. Let's put this thing into the step event. Let's add the draw event. Easy, Janko. Don't bust the nut just yet. Paths. Okay. So, let's do this. Variable player inside. If instance exists, object player. Global co-op. Okay. Good. Now, basically, I just need to check my collisions realistically. If place, oh, actually no, I should do this, yeah, I should do this like this, with check player. I should actually rewrite these variables, at least in this script, to keep up with my convention, because I used to not put underscores. With check player, we're gonna do if place meeting player X, player Y, obj level transfer ambient. So if that returns true, player, I should say other dot player inside plus equals 1. So this is just a regular collision check. So get rid of this garbage. And if player Okay, so if player inside. But that kind of exits the... fuck it. I'll just put it in the create event. I'm not sure if that's gonna work, because, equals 0. Player inside. Don't need the image stuff. Animation started. Yeah, that's it. It's just, if this happens, then if, come on, if instance exists, obj fade. So if it does not exist, instance create layer. Yeah. 0, 0, layer, fade, object, obj, fade. So that will create the fade object just once. Okay, so all I have to do is just to also do a collision check at the point we're exiting the screen, so that we don't kill. Does BM subtract work with the black source? Maybe. I haven't tried it yet. The idea with BM add is that all the whites get added together. All the blacks do not. So all the blacks aren't touched. So with BM subtract, maybe it's just the opposite. All the whites are subtracted and all the blacks are not touched. I haven't actually looked into the effects of the blending modes on the per blend mode basis. So, you know, you kind of left up to experimentation there. Let's see. Where are we destroying the player when it is outside the view? Over here. Okay. If it does not exist. Okay, so first of all, if place meeting and not meeting, xy obj, whoopsie, obj level transfer ambient. Then we'll do essentially all of this bullshit. If we are, however, actually, no need for an extra logic. So if we're working with the developer object, or there we go, that'll actually make a lot more sense. So if there isn't a developer object, or if there isn't a collision with the object level transfer, then we basically do this. Also, the basic idea behind this is so that we can go ahead and not apply the movement if we are okay, so if place meeting xy obj level transfer ambient, level transfer ambient. You know, it would probably actually make sense if I leave this alone. I could do it on a per player basis, but I kind of want to do it inside of the level transfer object, and I'll be right back. Okay. How about this actually? We're already doing the check. So it says if okay, yes, that's what we're gonna do. So if place meeting with object player and this can be any project. First of all, we'll do that. Then we'll say variable instance place x y obj level transfer ambient. Whoops. And we'll basically say if my x of the player is above variable nearest transfer equals. So nearest transfer equals see, it really depends on which way we're going though. So how about this? If my x is above screen width, because that's basically what you have to do. Room width. If x is above room width, then x equals dot x plus 32. Okay, and this will tell basically maybe even 64. So now if the player actually gets outside of the room, he will be snapped to basically over there. So player and hazards, I will drop this thing. Come on. Here we go. And I probably want to put in like a middle point somewhere across this thing. So maybe I'll add like a layer. First time using layers. So this is kind of fun. This will be the center point. Yeah. All right. Let's try this out. Oh yeah, and that's right. I gotta set global.next room over here. Next room, ambient 2. That's all I need to do realistically. Only other thing is to do the same, or to get rid of the script right at the beginning of the step event. Room map, yeah, just get rid of that one. We'll load that shit up manually. No big deal. Hey! Oh. Okay, so I still died, but we'll figure that one in just a little bit. In fact, let's actually figure that one right now. It's like all the way down here. Ah, this gotta be and. Okay, so that works, but that's number one. Number two, is the fact that it spawned this thing right away. Oh yes, and that also makes sense. So this actually needs to happen in this if statement. If x is above room width, actually, I could probably code this into the actual level transfer object. Variable next transfer, so we get the instance of that object, so we know what it is. And we can basically tell it's literally right in this object. Let me actually also take a look at the sprite. This piece needs to be clearly defined instead of basically doing an array. That line right there needs to tell us where the center is. So this is where basically the line being outside of the room will actually tell us where it is located. So doing that effectively serves the purpose. So this means that if X is above room width, do stuff. Is if X is below room width, if Y is above room height, if Y is below room height. Okay. Funny thing is I can actually just code this stuff here. I don't need a separate variable for it. Whoopsie, excuse me. Shaky. Fine. So let me actually assume a position that's not gonna fuck up my back in like 20 years. Lots of new shit, man. Lots of new shit I need to get. New chair, new monitors, computer, musical instruments, hire staff. Here we go. Ah, nice and comfy. Let me lift up the chair too. Beautiful. Okay. So this is where we're gonna basically do this. First we get the instance thing. Then we'll say within object player if other.x. Right, I can just copy this thing. So, if other.x is above room width, then basically do that, yeah. And only one of these can actually be true. So else. And once again, this only happens per player. So if below, then I will set it to x equals this minus 64. With this stuff, we need to say y equals y if y is above room height, so y plus 64, and then y below y minus 64, and I don't need this shit anymore. Okay. Oh yeah, and I also need the y equals transfer.y. So basically the player is gonna have to be stuck in here. basically x equals the x Here we go. Fucking hell, man. These people. Do you still need funding? Fucking every fucking day, this guy. Just following up. Yeah, you've been following up for the past week. Okay, let me just respond to this guy. He won't stop emailing me. I don't want to block this service. Maybe I'll need it someday, but now I just don't. Okay, here we go. Not said before reading player, it's a huge Y, so it's probably just a an error. Nothing? Okay, different object then. It's probably in here somewhere. Yep. Does changing surface target affect performance? When you do like surface set target, you mean? When you do surface set target, you're just targeting stuff to be drawn onto a surface, you know? It takes up as much performance as any other function, like draw function, you know? Unless you're talking about some other type of... Oh. Shit. Okay, hold on. Okay, so if... So In fact, there is a solution that people use if they want to apply more than one shader. Is they disable the application surface, so your game automatically stops drawing whatever's on the very last surface, the game surface, and then they copy the application surface onto a new surface, and they apply shader number 1 to that. Then they draw the application surface and apply shader number 2 to that, which is an interesting thing, but it requires you to use, those shaders. Okay, so why does that cause? Yeah, why does this thing cause an issue? Yeah, maybe I'm not gonna make it so complicated. Maybe I'll just... Yeah. That frickin'... that little lag spike there. 6 official. Fell asleep yesterday. Ah, got it. Fell asleep, left the stream on. Up my view. Yo, I had like 8 people watching me yesterday on the live stream at 3 in the morning. It's just all the like I asked, where are you people from? Australia. My target demographic is located on the other side of the goddamn world. Bunch of bullshit. Okay. So I say also my monitor died, so that black block over there, this son of a bitch, dead. Just completely dead. Man, half of my hardware looks like shit, except for like the tablet. Anyways, okay, how about this? Just do place meeting and just add the thing. To be honest, I'll just put the level transition stuff far enough so that they wouldn't reach the end of the level before the fade effect is basically done. So really don't have time to deal with the bullshit. Here we go. Just make it like that, and let's see exactly where. Let's see if I move it over here. How long does the fade take to actually kick in? And if I have this, I will finally have my continuity between levels, and that means that the game will be that much closer to completion. Okay, full speed ahead. Okay, something happens. Something happens when the fade object is being spawned in. I'm not sure what, but something simply happens. Jenko, do you by any chance know if you do sprite prefetch, if it automatically unloads that sprite when the room changes, or if it just permanently stays in the memory until you also manually unload it? Any idea? I have this let's see, what happens when I have the stuff GUI? Sprite screen dirt. What the fuck is all this? Ah, fuck it. I'll just get rid of this. I'm definitely not using that. Too much space, too much time. Delete. Sprite prefetch should just force the texture page to load in memory before it's required. Once it's there, it should stay as long as any other page. I mean, I'm running about 20 texture swaps, like at all times, whatever level it is. And I try to organize my texture swaps, texture pages a little bit better in texture groups. Once it's there, it should stay as long as any other page. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, same time. So if somebody pops up a comment, it should pop up on the screen so people can see what everybody's talking about. Ah, boy. Okay. So I need to actually preload a certain it's not treated as a page that was loaded by GM. Okay, so it's like a separate entity basically. And it stays there regardless of what other texture swaps are happening. Am I getting that right? Because I need to prefetch the GUI, the level transfer stuff. Which, by the way, if I'm making that as a separate texture page, I should probably just place it there to keep the size small. Right, so it is treated as a page loaded by GM. So is it also going to, like... Okay, never mind. Well, technically it would make sense for GameMaker Studio to automatically unload the texture page you just loaded manually, right? You'd have to stay there until you also manually unload it. Loading. Okay, so I'll need to... Seven, 8, 9... Death screen. There's enough VRAM to hold 10 times what you use. I see. Alright, we'll find out. Hey! Okay. So... Got it. So prefetch is actually visibly working now. What I'm wondering is, these two sprites are actually always present throughout the entire game. So... Maybe I should place it... Maybe I should place this on a separate texture page. Like, these are tiny sprites. They're just tiny animated ones. Maybe I should place it on a separate texture page and just keep that texture page loaded at all times. Because they will always be present at the end of each and every single level. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So hey, at least, you know, that's working, so that's fine. And, Now I can go to the rooms over here. Next room. What the fuck? Look, there's a bug. The spelling of the room. Room underscore trial underscore 6. Never mind, I'm a fucking idiot. I thought I found a bug. Okay. Why isn't this sequential? Ambient 2. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and do fade. One thing is I should probably do this at like 9,000. I'm not sure if I told you, Janko, I got my dad to help me with a script for this game, since the he's a script writer and he knows how to tell a story properly way better than I do. He's not working in the field now, like in the script writing field, so he will basically help me out with putting basically the best of the story forth. You know, so I mean, for one, it actually takes a big chunk of work off of my hands. And if the game does well, then, you know, that's going to be basically his name on a Canadian project. Because my dad writes, like, film scripts, like TV series scripts. Unfortunately, in Canada, it's a really oversaturated market, and the only way you can get through and get funding, regardless of whether you have a good or bad story, is via connections. So without connections, you're kind of shit out of luck. So this is where I'm gonna put in the level transfer. Object. Okay, let's see if this sucker works. Only thing I'm gonna have to do is make sure that my level transfer stuff has the correct room transfer names, since it's not done via a script list anymore. Yep. Oh yeah, and I gotta... Oh man, this is actually perfect. Now that I have a system... Now that I have a system that automatically creates collision blocks, I can actually move entire levels. there's no way to move an entire level without doing this stuff, right? Without doing this one by one. They haven't implemented that, have they? Because would be nice. Selection. Okay, here we go. Because I need to move this level away from the side of the screen, because the side of the screen... Here's what I'm talking about. See, I'm trying to move the entire level over. Now, when you need to, like, move something to the right, there's an option of expanding the level and just adding some stuff there. But with you can't just... My issue right now is that the view is bumping into the side of the screen. Because, you know, it can't go outside of the room based on the code that I wrote, right? It can do that, but it's not doing it in this particular instance. So I need to move the entire room over, like an X amount of pixels, so that the view object would have the clearance, so that the view wouldn't be bumping it into the stuff, right? So I'm just wondering if there is a feature for moving the entire fucking room over, instead of doing it one layer at a time, right? Background. Selection. Basically, you know, doing this, what I'm doing right now. Let's try this. My parents are out. Went off to some guests. Try clicking the select from all layers in the top right bar. Ooh, that could be an interesting idea. So let's see. Select. Nope. Okay, maybe if I select main, if I press S, it actually goes to... Because I think that just works for singular clicks. Flip, mirror, rotate tile. Interesting. Edit tile inheritance, auto tile. Select tile. It's like, no, just no. I can paint shit on, which is what I've been doing now. Oh well, I guess it doesn't. It would be so much simpler if they essentially could put in like whatchamacallit. If they could put in an option to expand your room to the left also. I understand that it wouldn't be an expansion, it would just be moving your, like, expanding it to the right and moving your level to the right. But shit, man. It's better than, you know, moving this stuff manually. Let me actually ask on the forum. Come on. What the fuck? Is it? Yeah, it's this one. No, that's the pop-out chat. Let's see. So, select, press this. Yeah. Select this. Press shift. Yeah. big load of nothing. It'll select my objects, but then it will just switch to that one layer. So that's not, basically not what I'm looking for. What the fuck? This thing is annoying. Okay. GMS forum. Hey. Oh boy. Here I go arguing again. I just upload this to Imgur. Where the fuck did I just save that image? PNG. Right, images. Ah man, gotta use FileZilla because the images don't want to get uploaded. Actually, no, I don't. Come on, load it up. Isn't there a way to add a tiny little like thing up here? Like a, whatchamacallit, a bookmark? Not in the code, not this stuff. You know? I mean, I'm talking, oh, there we go. There we go. Whatever. Anyways, hey, Coxie came back. I know, I can use the selection tool. I've just figured maybe they have made the tool for that to move the entire room or expanded to the left. Right, because that's basically what I'm doing now. You know? I just figured that come up with something better. Anyways. What I really want to do is just place... It would be nice, because, I mean, if you need to dynamically expand the level, because you're like, oh, I want to add some stuff over there, but I got all this shit that it looks really nice, and I don't want to fuck it up. Right? Oh, man. Okay. I need to place just a tiny little block here to make sure that people don't fall off and die on these levels. Alright, let's take a look at it. How was your dog walk? Not set before reading. Why? What? Wait, I think I pressed Control Z there by accident. Yeah. Why? Let me close this up. Save it up. Straight up. Dark in the woods area. Oh man. Where are you? Why is it dark in the woods? Are you like in Australia or some shit? Okay, almost. I can still kind of reach the end of that area. God's sakes, man. Come on. Just place it over there. Check this out. Colossal objects in the background. There we go. Now we can't see it. I probably want to like move this thing a little bit. In Wales, UK, but there's an old Roman fort and a few hundred yards away. Yeah, got it. Thanks. And it has a wooden area in it with no light, obviously. Got it. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Send some pictures. Not nudes, just pictures of the fort. That'll be interesting. In Wales, UK. Probably some place named the Castleshire. It's if you want to come up with like a British sounding name, just put Shire in the end of it, like Shithole Shire. Alright, let's see if See, you've got... See, this is one of the levels that I haven't even touched yet. No backgrounds, no nothing. Just a whole lot of stuff. Okay, so that didn't trigger. Why? Because I didn't place it there. Camera change. No, this needs to be the level transition. Newport. It's a town, well, actually a city now, that was built up from the docks. Newport. Huh. Okay. Little trivia, a little history lesson. Nice. Stream's getting some quality. Alright, let's try this out. Man, that colossal beam in the background looking really cool. Albeit pixelated. That's okay. See, what if you need a large asset like that? Right? How do you get large assets if, you know, texture page space is becoming a bit of a bitch and a half? Okay, here we go. So do this and go to blocks and place this block here so that it doesn't kill the player. Quality. Yes, absolutely. My monitor died. Fun in the sun. Oh, that piece of garbage over there. It was a $5 find, though, and it served me for about a year and a half, so it's not like I can really complain. Easy come, easy go. Oh wait, you wrote about the bargain stuff, so you know about this. I told you. Ooh. Oh, hey, saved it. Yeah, I think I got my money's worth out of it. It's a bitch and a half now, though. There we go. Okay, this place is supposed to have a bunch of like lasers, and I got a interface. Does not exist, right? So interface is supposed to be located below the lighting and stuff. So interface. Oh, come on. Nice. Technically, that little wiggling controller is supposed to only pop up right at the start of the level, or right at the start of the game. Basically telling players that they can play with the controller. Nice. Nice transitions. Okay, what? Specified layer interface. Interface does not exist. Instance. It is an instance layer, so what the hell? Interface. What the hell? It does exist. Unless I didn't spell it properly. Oh, it doesn't exist because this is the wrong room. Damn it. It's ambient 3. Yep. Interface. Do I have that room in the dummy? The dummy room. Interface right above the lighting. So I should probably move that above the lighting actually. Okay. So this is actually the first time I'm introducing the switch mechanic. Nowhere else in the game there's a switch until this point. So who got the guest controller? I should like alter the I should totally alter the logo to be, instead of like a regular controller, just for that one. I should put like Cheeto dust and Cheeto sticks all over that controller. So when the thing pops up, so who got the guest controller? The controller's like all shitty. Oh god. Oh, that's hilarious and so relatable. So basically I have to go down here, do that. Interesting. Technically I can make that wobble using code, so I don't have to actually take up the texture pages. Alright, so this is where I need to put an elevator. Ah, man. Below player. Let me just put that elevator in. Object level transfer. Elevator, so this is going to be the opening. I have objects for that. I can just put it below player. Here we go. Actually, at the beginning of each and every single room, I do have the room next room thing. Oh man, so many fixes. Okay, by the way, I can actually cross a bunch of stuff off of my game now. Oh man. I do have another monitor, but it's also broken. It has a very weird and very specific issue. There's as far as I know, I think the driver board on it is busted, because it starts normally, but the more it works, the worse the corner of the screen becomes. Interestingly enough, if I start it up, it's fine. So I have been looking at driver boards for that particular monitor. The driver board costs only about $40, and this monitor is a really good looking monitor. Like, it actually displays colors correctly. The only problem is obviously the glitch. I could connect that monitor right now because it has been sitting idle for a really long time, so I think it's gonna work. So I'll have my second monitor functioning for a moment. So let me see if I can actually do that right now. Okay, so this thing is actually pretty big. And this is an HP monitor. It's a compact monitor. It's really good looking monitor. So, you know, even if I will have enough money from, you know, whatever, to buy myself a new monitor, I still want to give repairing this one a try. Because this monitor is really good. Like, it's... If I, like, look up... Somebody look up HP Compact LA2205WG. HP Compact LA2205WG. So, look up how much that monitor costs nowadays. Oh man, can I actually... No, I can't. I figured I could move the mounts for it. No bueno. It's not gonna work. Alright. Let's give this thing... This thing has DisplayPort. This thing has... Yeah. Well, it's 2205. Not 05. It's like 220. It's... O means 0. It's just... It's a weird, fucked up way. I shouldn't have actually done it because it actually has letters in it. Oh, don't fall off. Come on. And don't glitch on me now. Okay. Let's see. And don't spill my coffee, please. It's just notes to myself. Ow. let's see. Oh man. Yeah. 22 something. Oh. Is it not plugged in? Hold on a second. I gotta check the cables. I did try to take this thing apart thinking maybe it's a bunch of capacitors blown. I gotta check the cables for a second. Ah, jeez. Opening you up is a bitch and a half. Oh, yeah. That's right. The control driver. It's not even plugged in. God damn it. That's why it wasn't working. Driver control stuff is not even plugged into this thing. So obviously this thing would be down here. Come on, here we go. Okay, now I only hope that internals are also connected because I don't know. Okay. Oh, we have light. We have light. Do we have signal? Hold on. Do we have signal? Detect. Oh. Tell me it is. It's detecting something, I'm not sure what. Come on. Come on, give me signs of life. Amazon got to use, is it amazon.com or .ca or .uk? Because prices will vary. Repairing is free as long as you use what you got. Yeah. What I don't got is a $50 driver board that I saw on eBay used. Come on. You can do this. Come on. Okay, 1 second. Maybe I left a jumper cable on or off when I was still repairing. Let me check that stuff out. Oh, let's not be dropping any more shit. You know, working with a single monitor is torture when you go off fixing other broken monitors. If this thing can actually run, I think I can squeeze out maybe about 3 more months out of it. Okay, here we go. What do we got? Yeah, let me check that driver board for a sec. so I left that disconnected, so that's why that wasn't working. Oh man, now what a bunch of stuff disconnected. Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay, so this is the power. Technically don't need to be dicking around here. You just need the logic board. Huh. Man. Alright, I got the main ribbon cable connected, so just the power now. Right. Where? Aha! I found you. You little shit. You're on the side. Oh God. on, you little shit. Get in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Sounds like somebody's riding a scooter in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Delivering pizzas. God, I hated that mission. Even though it's like a side mission, really, you don't have to play it. Okay, here we go. Assembly time. Almost there. God, I'm sweaty as a motherfucker. Okay. Here we go. Last few screws. Power. Alrighty. Here goes nothing. Please don't explode in my face. It's the only asset I have left. Whew. Fucking hell. Alright, let's see if this sucker works. So I unplugged every goddamn ribbon cable this thing had just to try to deconstruct it out of which components it was made. See if I can locate anything obvious, like blown capacitors. Oh man, people say, oh man, it's just a blown capacitor. You can just fix it right up. I know you can fix it right up. The problem is that the amount of times that the thing doesn't work because it's a blown capacitor is like 1 out of fucking never. Or at least in my case, it's everyone's but mine. As in the cause of the failure is a blown capacitor on everyone else's machines. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on. I saw you flash. Monitor going to sleep. No, fuck off. Don't go to sleep. Okay. DVI, VGA. What do you mean VGA no signal? You piece of shit. Alright, I guess not. You know what I'm gonna use for the third monitor? This. Oh man. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this is happening. I don't think that this is happening. I mean, unless I can come up... Let me take a look at the back. What do we got? Actually... No way, hold on. It sees the VGA! It sees the VGA! No way. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Come on. Tell me it's working. It's working! Holy shit. It's working. Okay, I got about 3 more months. 3 more months on me. Before this thing starts actually going to shit. So, here we go. It's actually working. Look at it. Everything is fine. It's just that top corner over there. This is where the issues start. So I suspect they're gonna start maybe I'd say about a month, and then in a month, it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. It's like, ugh. Anyways, all right. Detect, identify. 1, 2, 3. So 2's got to be on this side, and it's got to be like 1280 by 720. Apply changes, and yes. Yes, sure thing. Okay, here we go. Don't mind my sweaty face, because, you know, manual labor is not what it is. This thing is pretty big, right? This is the monitor I use in front of me, but it's a TV. It doesn't have, like, you can actually start seeing pixels when you get, like, close to it, which is not something that usually happens with monitors. So, top left corner, like up here, is usually when it starts, like right over here, and then it kind of propagates, and it gets to a point where the actual driver, as in the driver board, actually is so fucked up that it starts glitching, and that's when you can't use it. But the actual monitor, like the physical monitor, is more expensive than the driver board, the physical pixels, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? Even if I buy myself new monitors from like good Dell color correction monitors, right? The ones that cost like $500 a pop, I'm still going to try to fix this one, because $50 on fixing it is kind of worth the try. Okay, hold on. Let me go through the comments, and here we go. What's the size of the screen now, actually? Did it change? Because I feel like it changed. Identify. 1. 1920 by 1080. 1680 by 150. Okay, that's fine. I can work with this. Hold on. Okay. eBay got them for about $50 to $70 in USA. Okay, so unfortunately, yeah, asking you guys to look this stuff up is kind of useless, because USA prices versus like Canadian prices, total difference. First of all, we get raped. We get completely sodomized by import tax. Like, for sure. Let's see. So, ebay.ca. Let's see. Yeah, lipstick. Absolutely. So, HP Compact LA2205WG. Okay. $100. Over 100 shipping. 39. Pickup only. I'm on ebay.ca. 62 plus 84 shipping. Yeah, fuck you. $102, $99 shipping, go to hell. 87, 160 shipping, 35, 114 shipping. You get the idea of what the fuck is going on here, right? So if I can actually find driver board, then so this is power supply, and there was a driver board in here, somewhere around here, something like this. So 37 bucks, 13 shipping, right? It's a pretty good deal. Fixing a really good monitor for 50 bucks, I can totally jump on that, right? So, let me just move this baby over so I can see it. All right, well, I have about 3 more months of dual screen functionality before it kind of goes to shit again. The write-up on that were good, so see what I mean about liking it. Yeah. Hey, Miles, I won't be staying long. Gonna play some Fortnite. Yep, sounds good. So I'm assuming G-Man already left. Let there be life. Yep. Can you make the camera? Yeah, okay, that's done. Turns out all movement speeds below a certain threshold in my collision system were not working because of a freaking operator where there should have been a plus. Yeah, sounds about right. Also, Janko here. So far, it's fantastic. It's mad that USA rip off Canada so much. It's not even that. It's just the shipping costs are legitimately that high. Like sometimes the rip-offs usually happen when you see something like let's see. Let's see if I can actually find it. Amazon.ca. So the rip-offs are usually like monitor and do like Dell monitor. Actually, let me just do a regular monitor because I need a reseller. Okay. So Acer, BenQ, HP, LG. Let's see. Okay, 179. Any used ones? No. Okay, so this is like an official reseller. Wow. Oh, it's a mount. Fuck off. LG. Yeah, okay, so usually you see shit like, oh no, it's like this monitor is totally like 60 bucks, but we're gonna charge 120 for shipping. And you sum it up, it basically adds up to the exact same fucking amount. So that's just the way it is. Symphonia, help me. What's up? Alright, G-Man, later on. Canadian dollar is worth less. It's starting to kind of level out. Just only recently it's been, you know, slowly happening. Oh God. It's terrible. One monitor? What kind of peasantry? What kind of peasantry is working on one monitor? Heathenism. Absolute barbaric. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So where was I? Let me tick off a thing from the to-do list. Elevator lights, no. Destroy custom particles after leaving the view range. Padding. Sprite prefetch into every object create event. I still have to do that. Particle collision system. Make the spawner object triggered by other objects. Light shut off on create event. Light shut off on create event feature. What? Oh, okay. No, I already had this. Light Can shuts off. Oh yeah, and I gotta do something. Quick fix before I forget. Now, I say it's a quick fix, but, you know. Luckily, there's a computer store in my city. I picked it myself, so there was no shipping. There's actually a really good computer store here in Ontario. It's called High Tech Recycling. This company recycles hardware, computers, and servers and whatnot from corporations. So they basically come in, they take all of their old stuff, and they basically handle all the recycling bullshit. So you can actually come into their warehouse, and they have like really cheap shit. They can like put together a server like for under $200. We picked up a gigabit switch, so like one of those 48 by 48, well, 48 Ethernet ports. Let's see, Dell Power Connect. Power Connect 2824, I think. Oh no, 2848. This thing, it's old. Like, this thing, right? We have our entire household on the LAN network now. We're not even, like, the only people who use still Wi-Fi are, like, my mom and our cell phones. All of the computers, desktop, laptops, they're all wired up. Like, look at this thing. You actually need to telnet into this unit. Like, you just have a power plug, and you have a serial port. And you connect to the serial port, and you have to use PuTTY in order to telnet into the console, into the terminal of this machine, and then you set up all your connections, right? This thing is beastly. Like, it was old. I had to disconnect all the fans, but you know that this, like, our local network stuff is like a walk in the park for this thing, because even without any of the fans running, it like barely gets warm. It is hilarious. Best $40 my dad and I have ever spent. We just went like halfsies on it. Yeah, man. Sometimes you do bargain, sometimes you do kind of gamble. This monitor that I literally just connected, I bought from those guys. I had the ability to come back and maybe exchange it, but I didn't take. I didn't take the opportunity. And this was bought like quite a few years ago, like I'd say almost 4 years ago. So I found out about the issue maybe a month in, which, you know, after a month, I did spend maybe like, what, $60 on that monitor, 50 I think. So, you know, as I said, $50, $50 for a new driver board, and this thing will be back to normal. Because this is a really good monitor. Anyways, what was I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. So there's a bit of an issue with the lasers. So because I'm using transparent sprites for punching through the blackness here. So laser. So I need beam, light sphere, lights. Where else am I using this light sphere? Let me take a look. Only here. Okay, so let's open up this resource, because all I need to do is I need to add a black background to this layer. Here's what I'm actually wondering. Can you actually address different layers of a certain sprites just like you do with different image sub-images? Because that would be interesting. Because then I can have literally this. One sprite. And I can toggle whether it's for blending or whether it's for additive lighting so that I could actually punch through the darkness. Without actually having two separate sprites. It's interesting. Okay, so what else? There was another thing. Laser beam. This one. Can I find this? No, I can't. Show resource. Holy shit. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, fine. I'll just punch it in here. So I will need... What is this? That's the red one. That's the white one. Let me duplicate. Blend. So the blend one is the one that I need to add. I do like the layer system. It makes adding things like this pretty damn easy. Let's see. Black. No, I said black. There we go. And can I select all of them? Ah, man. Fine. Fine, whatever. I'll just do this here. Okay, so this should technically fix up the laser stuff. So now all I gotta do is laser beam blend and laser beam blend. So this should effectively fix my lights in this. I just need to find an appropriate level to test this with. Oh man, I just had an interesting idea. Oh man, this is actually pretty cool. I want this area to actually be one of the chambers, but it's gonna have basically holes here and over there, so that it would basically look like they're just kind of traversing. So now I can actually justify the presence of lasers here. And it would still be an ambient level. It would still be an ambient level. So, laser bridge, laser. Player and hazards. Why is this stuff on top? Are these things objects? Above player. Why are these things objects? Oh, because I made them objects. Okay. Yeah, man. The improvements honestly kind of, they already justified the cost now. Below the player. Okay, so if it's above the player, what is below the player? Oh, really? Okay, fine. Can I just add this thing over here? Oh yeah, that's right. God damn it. Okay, 0 and 0. That is, oh, it's 0. Thank you. Beautiful. I'm not gonna do that to every single one of them. don't select that one. What the fuck? This is actually going to be a pretty interesting experiment. Okay, so let me do the following. Come on. 1, 2. I should actually lower this. It's not supposed to be a challenge level. Like maybe even like this. Okay. Create. This is all my create stuff. And this is all the create stuff for here. So target this, target that. This one's this one's gonna be the emitter. No switch targets, nothing else. Now then, I can copy these things. First, we'll say creation code. This one goes here, this one goes here. So this one's gonna be actually controlled by this light. So I can just get this. But it's not the emitter, so this one actually has to be true. So this will be on by default. And now all I gotta do is actually copy this like this. This one will be off by default. Actually, yes, off by default. And here, here, okay, and if this one's gonna be on by default, then I also need to move it down the frick here. All the routine stuff. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Okay, here we go. What? Oh, whoops. Wrong place for pasting. Here we go. Oh, man. You know what I'm gonna do? Just for the hell of it, I want to try something out. Just for shits and giggles. This tiny little monitor, I'm going to plug in my computer to it. Give me a second. It's totally doable. I swear to God, it's totally doable. Check this out. It's so fucking tiny. Look at that. And this thing is a touchscreen thing too. Here, let me pull it up. It's upside down though, but you know, it works. Oh man. This tiny little monitor. I love it. Best 25 bucks I've spent. And this is going to be my external monitor for the camera. And you can actually read shit on it. That was funny. Oh man. Okay. Let's just close that up. Move this over here. And move this over there. I know, great third monitor. I can actually plug in another HDMI monitor into my graphics card. It does support four monitors. So, man, I remember the age when you had 3 connectors but only had 2 monitor support. And you couldn't do anything else. It's amazing. I love it. I can't believe that actually worked. It's actually really cool. This thing is 25 bucks. You can buy a Raspberry Pi Zero for 5 bucks, plug it into this thing, and you have yourself a Linux computer for 30 bucks. A portable Linux computer. Anyways, let's see what's up with this thing. I'm probably gonna have to run up to it. I think my Twitch chat died. I think I'm gonna have to reopen that. One second. Livestream prep. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay. No, it looks like 6 official is still in the stream, so that's that. That answers that question. I should... Oh, whoops. There's nothing up here. I could, though, put a secret up there. Because my lighting is going to be directing the players into the opposite direction. I'll be directing them to go down. Oh, man. That wall-to-wall jump is just so satisfying. Also... not said before reading. Laser. Switch on. Switch target on off. Oh, yeah, that's right. I copied this stuff and I didn't... What is the default? ID, I think? Oh, no, it's supposed to be on. So... F519. That's not the ID of the switch. What the fuck? Switch target. Wait. Seven B. This is supposed to be here. There we go. That was kind of weird. So easy to get lost here, though. Come on. Five, 1, 1, 9. See, this is supposed to be... No, not that one. This is supposed to be this one. F11. This is supposed to be C09. Okay, so I think that's good. I think that's good. And let me just go ahead and kind of put in this level here. Supposed to jump down here. Switch. And now you can get out of here. Good. Oh, 1 second. Well, my brother's going to work. Looks like I'm alone in the house. Yay. Parents are away. Out celebrating Thanksgiving with some friends. Use the troller. Oh man, this is such a sadistic level. Like, this is just torture. I'm telling you, building levels for this game brings out the worst in us. Oh. No! So this might be manageable. Alone. Then try with 4 players. Ah, damn it. Slide the fuck off into oblivion. That's just great. Oof, waited too long. Oh, man. I just get worse and worse with every try. Beginner's luck. Ooh. Yeah, can't do that. Not unless you're playing with friends. Slide the fuck off into oblivion. It's terrible. Terrible. This is embarrassing. Oh no. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. Can't really cheat. Anyways. Anyways, room creation code. So now that I have level transition, I can actually cross that off the list. Circuit board for target line observation. In-game controller prompt. Particle collision system. Make lights turn off. Physics wires. I can cross that off the list. Oh yeah. No physical level transition object. Here we go. I can cross that off the list. I think that's it. So slowly moving down. I'll be right back. Ow, Jesus. So what's everybody up to? What's everybody doing? Make lights turn off after a certain time. Okay, this is what I need to add now. Oh man, I want to see that giant pillar in parallax motion. I have to see it. How can I deselect a selection? Seriously, no way to do that. Yeah, somebody wants to get into a pissing match. I'm actually waiting on take out curry. Take away curry. Are you walking up to some poor man and taking away his curry? Come on. Oops. Unless it's some sort of type of curry, like takeaway curry. In which case you're probably either spelling it wrong or I'm pronouncing it wrong. Oh yeah, and in this level... Oh man. Yeah, jeez. Let's see. Before I forget, I do want to change this. I want to change the types of tiles I'm using here, just for that starting area, because the starting area is supposed to be now kind of like a test chamber. Also, I can freely delete all of these collision objects, which I now need to do for all of these rooms. So I don't have to delete the layer because I still need it. And if there are any alternative collision blocks, those have to stay. However, my idea is to basically kind of open up the ventilation here. And then move this thing over here. And this place is gonna have to be populated with proper foliage to reinforce the idea of destruction. Okay, one of these things is a tile. There we go. And I probably would want to do something like this. So this right now is just far too clean. Okay, so takeaway is what you guys call takeout food. So, interesting. Very interesting. So does the delivery guy come in with the food and you just angrily go, mine, get away? So you take it away from him. You throw him the tip like he's a peasant. Okay, so over here, that's about right. When you're hungry, guess it doesn't matter which country you live in. It's just the behavior is all the same. Okay, background 1. I'll probably want to kind of put in, still say that there are tiles like these here, but chances are I probably also want to put in some glue or something just to show that it's held down by nothing but garbage. So background 1. Can I put that sign in there? Probably not. Nope. Can't do that. 2 1 2. This is basically the glue that's holding this entire thing together. Okay, let's make that look less like a penis and more like the background. I should really make another tile. This one just seems a little too pointy. I should make another tile like this. Just make it a bit more like smudged. Or not smudged, I should say. Maybe make it more flowy. Okay, so if I place these people up here, let's go ahead and actually place my block up over here as to prevent them from dying. And I'll know to actually place a whole bunch of foliage here too, and decals and everything, just to show that this place is in utter ruins. What an age we live in. You can buy a Raspberry Pi Zero for $5. You can run a Linux distro on it, off of an SD card, and you have yourself a portable computer. Literally. You could do spreadsheet stuff on it. You can program Python programs. Not bad. Yep. Switch this stuff. Putting lighting in this level is going to be interesting. Okay. thing over here. Oh, this is pretty cool. Check this out. This is actually really cool. A communication between... so I'm basically kind of seeing networking here between a cell phone app and a desktop app. This is really cool. First time I saw this was, you know, when Fallout 4 did this Pit-Boy thing. That's the first time I actually saw the application of a phone. Kind of a little finicky, a little fidgety. You kind of had to take the screen away from the computer, but it works. Okay, well I know what's going on in here, so okay, here we go. Here we go. I'll take a look at this level again. I do want to make that pillar though. That giant pillar. Also, it looks like the particle stuff was what was causing the memory leaks. As soon as I started destroying that stuff, also deleted those 2 rogue surfaces that I was creating for the main menu stuff. Oh man. Those gigantic items. I love it. Nice, level transitions work. Can you actually get up there? No, you can't. Oh. Oh man, you know what? It has been 3 hours. I actually kind of want to make myself some food. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and make some burgers. Some delicious homemade holiday burgers. Fuck! Man! That a new level? It's a level that I just haven't showed on the stream yet because up until this point I've only really decorated. Let's see. I finished building the levels. Now I'm going through them to decorate them. So we have, let's see, 24 challenge levels. So it's like the levels you just saw me play. And we have 3, well, yeah, basically 3 ambient levels and 5 story levels. So this is basically, you know, this is me going through each and every level and polishing, adding foliage, lighting, effects, decals, all of that stuff, right? You know, make it a conveyor belt so that it's a little easier to actually work on levels that way. But now I've been kind of stuck in the past 2 weeks making tools that allow me to decorate levels faster, like the lighting system, the shadow system, the light masks, the parallax background tools, that kind of stuff. So it minimizes the amount of times I have to compile the game. So I just compile it once, I set up all my settings, I save my files, close the game, load those files into editor, and that's it. I don't have to compile it anymore, at least to work on those things, right? So it just minimizes the time. Now that I'm actually done, I can return back to finishing polish of the other half of the levels. The problem is that I still need to make more assets, the items that I'm supposed to polish the levels with. So I just had to turn down the mic a little bit. It's clipping. Anyways, that is basically what I need to do now. These are the people I like to follow on Twitter. Posting stuff like this. Oh man. All right, so let me grab a 35-40 minute break. I will go grab some food and I will come back and continue this live stream. So people on Twitch, you can stay where you are. As soon as the live stream comes back on, it'll automatically just resume there. Folks on YouTube, you know what to do. Just go back to my channel and or at least subscribe and press that bell button so you'll get the notification. Okay, I will be right back. Food time, homemade burgers.